Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao.
Alongside the guy with the nickname Wild Wild West in Wesley Gonzalez, and we also have Vika Bisames as our courtside reporter. Okay. Luka Doncic, walang 3-pointer. Medyo ano yun, unique yun para kay Craniel Viloria. But it's a testament to his numbers, rebounding, assists, even steals. He's #1 in league in that category. And I'm sure he's such a great asset to have if you're Rizal.
Yes, of course, you know, he's filling up the stats, and then you have the rebounds, you're a guard. But, you know, it could be good that if he can improve his 3-point shots. But of course, you know, having those numbers can really help Rizal. And you know, in a team, kailangan meron kang taga-rebound, meron kang taga-assist, meron kang taga-lahat eh. And that's what he's doing.
I was actually having a conversation just a few weeks ago with our very own Sidel Tupas, and we arrived with the fact that Viloria is actually one of the best players in the league right now, statistically speaking. So big kudos to him. But now let's talk about the Pangasinan Heat Waves in their previous home court defense. It was such a big win against Marquee and Parañaque.
Oo, malaking bagay yan na nakuha nila yung panalo. They're at the bottom half of the standings right now, and it's a good, you know, addition to have to get that win, especially against a squad as strong as Parañaque. You see the numbers, you know, almost identical on that field goal made in percentage. Pero I think I want to highlight is, you know, the turnovers. Pangasinan had 18 turnovers, but they were able to capitalize on the turnovers of Parañaque. You know, the points of turnover, 17 points versus 11 of Parañaque.
That's usually a good thing to do when you're playing on your home floor. That's back inside the Calasiao Sports Complex. But now, as you take a look at Ed Dakiwag, he will look to duplicate his previous game output, he was such a force of nature for Pangasinan, especially in the fourth frame.
Yeah, yung malaking bagay dyan yung yung deciding fourth quarter, it's yung laro nila parang medyo toe-to-toe, lalamang sila, lalamang kalaban, pero it's the fourth quarter, Ed Dakiwag showed that 11 points, 16 points, but the 11 points in that fourth quarter, that really spelled the difference for them.
Well, let's hope that Dakiwag is back to 100% after starting out this season with some injuries. And now, let's talk about the previous game of the Rizal Golden Coolers. They lost to Greg Zilla and the rest of Manila.
Well, ang hirap naman kasi talaga to go up against Greg Zilla. And, Manila also has the pieces to be, one of the top teams here in the MPBL. But, kudos to Rizal for fighting. Pero, it was really dictated by Manila during that time. But, I wanna highlight si Keith Agovida. He played well in that game, pero kulang pa rin. So, I would expect Rizal to bounce back because this Rizal squad is a good squad. Very well coached by Coach Ralph Rivera. So, I just want to see them perform better in this ball game.
I already mentioned Keith Agovida. I talked to him before this game, and we both agreed na yung responsibility niya offensively has drastically increased. Hindi naman times 2 kumpara sa Makati days niya. Nasa times 1.5 lang naman. Pero still, may angat yun para sa kanya.
Oo, malaking bagay. And then, of course, Keith Agovida is one of, the veterans here. If I may say that. So, kumbaga, talagang, he's taking good care of his body. Made 20 points in the last ball game, pero still kulang yung performance niya against Manila.
By the way, he attempted more free throws than field goal attempts. Very efficient from the field at 88%. But let's see if he can improve his free throw shooting percentages. Now we turn you over to Mika Besamis, who is with Keith Agovida.
Maraming salamat. Keith, nalagpasan mo yung average mo against Manila with 20 points and 8 rebounds. Tuluyan mong pinapakita yung veteran value mo dito sa Rizal.
Siguro, kaya ako siguro nagagawa yun. Binibigyan ako ng minuto ng mga coach. Hindi ko sinasayang yung trust nila sa akin. Kaya siguro, nakukuha ko rin yung kumpiyansa ko.
At sabi nga ni Coach Ralph, kabracket nyo itong kalaban nyo ngayong gabi, yung kapasidad ng coach nila at ng mga players nila ay hindi nakikita sa standing nila. Anong nasa isip mo na kalaban mo itong Pangasinan?
Siguro focus kami kung ano yung mga binigay ni coach na rules sa amin. Saka yung game plan gagawin namin.
Right, maraming salamat. That is Keith Agovida. Now it's gonna be Pangasinan versus Rizal. Richard Tampos, let's go.
Excitement continues here at the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig City. Tonight's main game is Pangasinan versus Rizal. Live on the official FB page, YouTube channel, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, MPTV Signal Channel 98, MPTV Satellite Channel 53, and on Pilipinas Live app. The 2024 Buenas Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6, presented by Extreme. Time to meet the starters first, the Pangasinan Heat Waves. Guard number 7, Heset Gabo. Also at guard number 10, Ralph Robin. At forward number 24, Mark Dyke. Also at forward number 77, Jason Tan. And at center number 28, the Komodo Dragon, Michael Mabulak. The head coach is Gerson Cabiltes. Assistant coaches, Noy Catalan, Florian Pineda, Ariel Season, June Marzan, Harold Nang, Joseph Guion, and June Medina. Coaching consultant, Steve Chu. Team manager, FJ Dilim. Now let's get pumped up for Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. Small forward number 1, Craniel Viloria. Power forward number 7, Marco Paulo Balagtas. Starting at guard number 17, Alwin Alday. Playing center number 37, John Apasible. And at one guard, number 40, J.K. Casino. The head coach is Ralph Emerson Rivera. His assistants are Don Villamin, Christian Coronel, Mario Gotera, and Francis Cruz. Team manager Kyle Cruz. The team owners are Joel Conde and
We have our starting fives brought to you by Buenas. It's Esed Gabo with Ralph Robin, Michael Mabulak, Mark Dyke, and Jason Tan for Coach Gerson Cabiltes. And as for Coach Ralph Rivera, he has J.K. Casino, Alwin Alday, John Apasible, Marco Balagtas, and Craniel Biloria. Thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Wesley Gonzalez and Mika Besamis as we come to you live from the Inares Sports Arena, which was 2 years ago the home court of the Rizal Golden Coolers before they went back to the Inares Center in Antipolo. So this follows the victory of Batangas versus Mindoro and the biggest win of the season for the Iloilo United Royals, defeating the Davao Occidental Tigers. Michael Mabulak matched up against John Apasible. It's Ralph Robin who fires. That short offensive rebound, but it's out of bounds for Jason Tan. This should be a good match for everybody, even though the records might not necessarily reflect it. Rizal is at 6-4, while Pangasinan is at 3-7. But then again, all the losses of the Heat Waves, all 7 of them, have gone against teams with winning records in the MPBL.
Oh, yung mga top teams talaga eh. So, you know, this is a good opportunity for them to take to get a win. Kasi, I mean, Rizal is not, I mean, they're one of the top teams, but not really on that top in that division.
Yes. But technically, Rizal has a winning record. They're at 6-4. They started the season at 4-0, but ever since, they've been 2-4. As Mark Dyke misfires, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Good kick out, good shot. Hindi lang pumasok para dito kay Dyke.
There's Coach Gerson Cabiltes, season 4 champion in the MPBL when he was with the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Now we have J.K. Casino working with Marco Balagtas. Marco, hand off to Craniel Biloria. Back to Balagtas. And he could not exploit that mismatch, a turnover. Balagtas actually was a former All-Star of Rizal back in the day. He's actually a returning player as a foul is called on Craniel Biloria, although he's so unhappy about it that he immediately asked for a challenge. It would be interesting to see the replay on that one because Hesed Gabo went flying.
Oh, yung momentum ni Hesed is pa-kontra.
Okay. Ooh.
Looks like a clean steal by Biloria that time.
Well, we resume. That's a walk. An easy call for referee Jay Castroverde. (2-0). Pangasinan still hasn't scored. Rizal has 2 points so far in our game. This is Craniel Biloria, misfiring, rebound Mabula. Esed Gabo against Casino. There's a cutter, Mabulak still could not score. Rizal on the run, J.K. Casino. Needing a teammate. Now he goes to Marco Balagtas. Mismatch, Marco backing down, double team. Casino for 3. Off to the left, good effort by Balagtas.
Very good effort. He got that mismatch, stuck with that. So when he gave that kick out pass to Casino, hindi pumasok. He still had that advantage na tawagan ng foul. Itong si Tan.
It's the beauty of sealing, as we have argued time and time again here in the MPBL. Apasible, misfiring. It's not the smoothest of starts for these two teams. Jason Tan, almost a turnover. There's the pass on to Dyke. Another miss. Pangasinan remains scoreless. Casino drives. And was it a charge? Yes. An elbow to the face of Hesed Gabo.
He really sacrificed his face at that instance. But it paid off para dito sa Pangasinan.
Well, that's why Hesed had to shake it off after that previous incident. Pangasinan still unable to score.
They're getting good opportunities. I think maganda yung mga layup nila. Hindi lang nila nasa-shoot. A very good screen by Balagtas that time.
Another miss, this time from the other end. And off of that put-back effort, Posible was fouled.
You know, medyo itong parehong koponan na makikita mo yung gigil nila.
Yeah.
Coming into this ball game. Of course, itong Rizal gustong bumawi, while ito namang Pangasinan's coming off a win, wanting to win again.
By the way, they're coming off of their biggest win. Much like Iloilo, they've only defeated one team with a winning record. That's Parañaque. Before that, they had wins versus Marikina and Bulacan. As we get to see some delightful children inside the Inares Sports Arena.
It's good to see these kids enjoying this ball game, this third game of our day.
Pangasinan is 0 out of 6 from the field, while Rizal is 1 out of 6. Ralph Robin, finally a conversion.
Feeling ko narinig tayo ni Robin, making sure he converts on that floater.
2-all is the tally. Under 6.5 minutes in the opening frame. John Posible, the pull-up and the miss. That's a rebound for Mark Dyke. This is Jason Tan pushing away his defender. No basket. Back with Craniel. Viloria onto Balagtas against Dyke. Kick out. Casino faking left, going right. And now it's a Posible who fires and scores.
Posible on the third try. Dun sa kanyang jumper, finally pumasok.
Gabo playing it fast. Hesed went flying there. That's 2 free throws rewarded to him.
Grabe rin yung athleticism nito, yung speed nitong si Gabo.
Here's the replay. Good feed by J.K. Casino, finding John Posible, who has been working on his shot. And he hasn't shied away from attempting those. As Gabo is now at the stripe. At the earlier part of our season, we were convinced that Gabo, who's averaging 13 points per game at 85% free throw shooting, by the way, we were convinced that Gabo would finish in the top 3 in terms of scoring in the MPBL. Right now, he's not even in the top 10, but that's because he's been bothered by injuries. A leg injury, to be specific, and actually, it's not yet done. It's a recurring injury, although it's healed enough for him to be able to play.
So you're saying, hindi pa siya ganun ka 100%, pero yung bilis niya, sobrang bilis pa din.
That's how good Hesed Gabo is. Alwin Alday. That's a 3.
Quick 3 by Alday. Good back screen para sa kanya.
And that enables him to joke around with Craniel Viloria in terms of their shooting. That one is better than the other as Hesed Gabo scores with a lefty layup. Here's Viloria against Jason Tan. Oh, nice fake. Viloria turns around. No foul there, no conversion. Robin on the run, no numbers. 7-6, halfway done. Jason Tan, that's a foul by Craniel.
He's been wanting to attack the basket itong si Jason Tan.
Now this 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Alvin Naday making his first 3-pointer in this game. Well, in terms of aggression for Jason Tan on the other end, he's wearing the jersey number 77. And as we know, yung mga ganyang unusual na jersey number, usually may idol ka eh. At sino pa bang may suot na 77? Si Luka Doncic lang.
Luka Doncic lang. Not unless sobrang idol niya si Robert Jaworski na ginawa niyang double 7.
I'd go with the Luka theory. And so, if you would piece everything together, he's matched up against Craniel Viloria, who's apparently the Luka Doncic of Rizal. Let's see if, you know, that could at least give him some familiarity in terms of gameplay. But now it's Agovida matched up against Jason Tan, and Keith just lost space.
Good defense para naman dito sa Pangasinan, never really giving Agovida that space he needed to operate.
Dennis Villamor is in the game for the first time. He's actually a better matchup compared to Jason Tan to Keith Agovida.
I think he has the size and the speed against Agovida.
These are two very tall, small forwards, by the way. Agovida versus Villamor. Robin splitting the D. Tough shot.
Yeah, splitting that the defense off that pick and roll, and then that sweet floater.
10-7. 4 minutes and 10 in the opening quarter. Balagtas to Alday. His three-pointer is good. That's 2 for Alwin.
Alday showing what he can do.
Kanina binibiro ako ni Wesley na, kung si Alvin, ibigay na lang kaya niya yung shooting niya kay Craniel Viloria. Para kompleto na. Luka Doncic na ang kanyang kakampi as Mark Dyke just scored inside. Well, ito namang si Alvin Alday, hindi naman magpapatalo yan. He's already in the 1,000 points club of the MPBL.
Si Alday rin is not gonna shy away in taking those threes. Alam mo naman, talagang gunslinger din tong si Alday. He can really shoot from the outside.
Here he is. So it's 1-3 from the right wing, the other from the left wing. On the other end, that was such a nice feed onto the cutting Mark Dyke, who, by the way, was such a blue-chip recruit coming from that NU high school program. Eventually, he went to De La Salle University. Chad Alonso called for a foul here, and Hesed Gabo will proceed to the line. An 84% free throw shooter. That is very high, by the way.
Very high.
First one is good for Hesed on his first season back in the MPBL after spending a year with NLEX. That's actually because of his splendid performance in Season 4 as to why he was recruited by Larry Fonacher, your good friend, and the rest of the Road Warriors.
Hirap din hirap din ng being an athlete, kasi parang, of course, you have to be ready to be called up the PBA, but you have to be ready to play also here in the MPBL. So wherever you go, you just have to, just do your best.
Yeah. Hesed Gabot trying to do his best again. He was stripped by Alwin Alday. And here's the counter. Casino back to Alwin. There's the cutter. Chad Alonso with the easiest look of his MPBL season so far.
But a good pass by Casino, finding Alday in the three-point area.
Oh, good block. Back-to-back at that for Rizal in terms of stops. And this is a chance to tie or even get the lead. Agovida will go for it. Yes, sir.
Good recognition by Chad Alonso. He had Keith Agovida behind him, just passing that ball for that three-pointer.
15-14 is the tally. Michael Mabula, double team, kick out. Ralph Robin, specialty, short rebound Keith. Counter steal, Dennis Villamor. Counter steal again. Numbers, oh, Alwin, heat check, short. Offensive rebound, Agovida, great patience.
Ganda ng control nun, just when I thought he's going to get it from the other side, pero biglang inatras niya and getting that two-pointer.
Counter run, Alwin Alday, no foul, no basket. Here's Casino, 2 free throws. How about the defense of Rizal?
Yeah, the fast pace. It's up and down for these both teams, but yung depensa nga ng Rizal, just making the other team turn that ball over.
Here's our play of the game brought to you by Buenas. Alwin Alday able to find Chad Alonso for the gimme. 2 free throws for JK Casino. see his numbers in the previous game. He was 2 out of 7, 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. This guy actually came off of an injury as well a couple of games back, so it's good to have him back in good shape. It was against Davao where he wasn't able to play as many minutes. And you would really feel in that game na nag-iba ang takbo ng laro ng Rizal nung nangwala si JK Casino.
And more than the numbers, kasi it's the leadership that he's bringing into this team.
Ian Melencio. How about the escape against Kita Govida? 18-16. Alwin Alday. Off of the switch. Switch back. Lakiwag. Fronting Alday. Now it's Agovida. Baseline drive. Agovida. Fouled by Taganas or Villamor? It was Dennis.
I think it was called against Villamor.
Yeah. Shaq had a look on his face. He was so sure that it wasn't him. After all, he is our 2-time MPBL Sportsmanship awardee. So you rarely would see him complain. Oh. Okay. So it's not even Villamor, it's Tolentino, and we have a challenge. It would be interesting to see the replay on that one. Coach Gerson using this time to regather his troops. Why not? Because you would burn a timeout if this would be unsuccessful.
And so you would want to give instructions already.
And mind you, you only have room for one mistake. Actually, mali nga eh. Kasi you have no room for mistakes in terms of challenges. Kung mali ito, wala na silang challenge for the rest of the game.
Mababawasan ka pa ng timeout.
Mabawasan ka pa ng timeout. If you have one successful challenge, then you'll have another one. But that would be the last. We'll take a short break.
The challenge made by Pangasinan is successful. There is no foul.
All right. Watch out for Vince Tolentino. He was the one called for the foul. He wasn't even in the picture. Okay, so the challenge was successful. And it will be a baseline inbound. Marco Balagtas to Chad Alonzo. Lumalabas, Jerry Pingoy. Three-pointer, short. Rebound, Ian Melencio. 18-16, Melencio to Dakiwag. That's tapped away, recovered by Pangasinan. 45 seconds before the end of one. Melencio misfired. Shaq Taganas, specialty of the house.
Grabe, rebounding, Taganas. Good thing about Taganas is, he can't really jump that high, pero ang galing niyang pumosisyon.
Tama. Well, before the arrival of Balti Baltazar, he was the one getting 20 rebounds here and there in the MPBL, especially when he was playing for Bulacan. Alonzo lost the ball. Melencio is on the run. Counter steal by Pingoy. They have numbers. Agovida, 2 easy points.
Good to counter steal. And Kita Govida's adding 7 points across his name.
2 seconds here. That's a steal. Pingoy will lose time. But if you think about it, Pingoy had himself a great ending for the first frame.
Yes, yung agaw niya yun. Yung agaw niya kanina, and then assist to Kita Govida. yung agaw niya in that late few seconds, stopped the offense of Pangasinan.
Well, at the start of this game, the offense of Pangasinan was really missing. They missed their first 6 shots. That was their first bucket, courtesy of Ralph Robin. On the other end, it also took some time for Rizal. They started 1 out of 6 as well. But Alwin Landay eventually got things going, not only with the scoring, but with his passing as well.
Oh, maganda yung pinakita niya. He made 2 3-pointers for Rizal. And of course, yung leadership niya. So you see the assist, the steal and the assist of the Jerry Pingoy.
This first quarter score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
Back at the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, Coach Ralph Rivera definitely not accepting the record of Pangasinan, especially with the capacity of its coach and players. Nakakaloko daw yan. So here are some things he prepared for. First, ang bulk daw ng scoring nila galing sa small, 5 to 6 players. So this will be the main task here, stopping Gabo, Melencio, Dakiwag, and Robin. Sangkatutak daw ang plays ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes. So for his players not to get confused, they will keep it simple. Isa pa, after their 4 wins at the start of the season, nababasa na daw sila ng mga kalaban nila madalas. A compliment and also a disadvantage for Coach Ralph in his first season here. Migs Wesley.
That's right. Ever since that 4-0 start, it's 2-4 for Coach Ralph Rivera and company. Although they've had good wins versus South Cotabato and Pampanga. That was early in our season. And on the other end, I did argue that all of the losses of Pangasinan have been against teams with winning records. And I would actually say that they might have had the toughest schedule so far in our tournament. So do not be deceived by the win-loss tally of Jack Taganas and company as the ball goes out of bounds. Wesley, our first quarter field goal shooting.
Kanina when you mentioned 0 of 6 the start of itong Pangasinan, but they ended up with a 6 and 16, while ito namang Rizal 8 of 19. Rizal had a better ball movement, better shot selection. That's why they have a better field goal in that first quarter.
He also made 3 3-pointers and 5 total assists for Keith Agubida and company. Keith just misfired. It's 20-18. Melencio to Bautista. Nika mentioned most of the scoring come from the guards of Pangasinan. And off of that rebounding sequence, a foul is called on Chad Alonzo. It will be a baseline inbound for Jax Bautista as we take a look at that previous sequence. Ayun, may konting tulak.
May konting tulak lang. Konting-konti lang naman. Hindi naman known si Kuya Chad for being physical.
I'm not sure if you're saying that sarcastically. But he has certainly evolved here in the MPBL. Yan ang masasabi natin. 20-18. Back with Rizal. De La Cruz onto Chad Alonzo. Almost a travel. Short. Offensive rebound. Same shot. Different result.
Good offensive rebound para kay Chad Alonzo at that time. Napangiti rin siya.
22-18. Jerry Pingoy has been excellent with his defense today. But what is he gesturing?
Wag na wag daw. Very passionately saying no. Wag you challenge.
Sino yung ganun kanina? Si Jun Manso ba yun?
Si Jun Manso, ganun din eh.
Yung humingi ng challenge at binawi agad.
Oh, wag coach.
Okay, we'll take a break. 22-18. Nagbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. We are inside the Inares Sports Arena, wherein we are featuring a lot of our broadcast members. So si Dev Tupas, Gianna Llanes, Avi Palanya, and Sheila Salaysay are there with Mika Abisamis. Our Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes is present as well. It's been a talented day for MPBL basketball. Not only with the ones that we have on the court, but with the ones at the sideline as well, because we also have Wesley Gonzalez as our analyst.
And of course, the Mix Gomez.
I didn't want to bring it up, but thank you. Okay, so we shall continue. That's out of bounds. Off of Vince Tolentino. Rizal will get possession. By the way, I cannot forget about this. Happy birthday to Mayor Brian Celeste of Pangasinan. I don't see him so far inside the Inares Sports Arena. So, Mayor Brian, if you're watching, mabuhay ka. Maraming salamat.
Happy birthday.
Iyong presensya sa ating minamahal na liga. As now, it's John Apasible who just scored. Now it's Marvel Jimenez pressuring Ian Melencio, but there's the escape. Just a sorry miss for Melencio. Pingoy forward. It bounces onto Agovida. Jimenez from the corner. Off to the left, rebound Bautista. It's now a 6-point advantage. This is the biggest lead in this game. Bautista shoving away Pingoy, and he scores.
Good spin move, jumper para dito kay Bautista. But you know, I want to mention itong gwardiya ng mga Rizal. Talagang pinipressure nila yung gwardiya ng Pangasinan because nga alam nila na ang scoring manggagalit dito sa mga gwardiya ng taga Pangasinan.
We did hear that as well from Mika as Melencio just fouled John Apasible. First foul of the legend of Cavite. So now we have Esid Gabo back in alongside Mabulak, and JR Kaasi will be making his first appearance. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Oh, by the way, I just located Mayor Brian Celeste. He's behind the bench of Pangasinan. So let's see if we can get the camera onto him later on. After all, it is his birthday. Missed by Apasible. And we're back with Esid Gabo. Kaasi, the homegrown, working with Japs. Bautista, good defense again by Rizal.
A good defense, good pressure defense para dito sa Rizal.
Coach Jerson Cabiltes looks ahead. They're down by 5. 6.5 minutes remaining before halftime. De La Cruz. Charles working with John Apasible. De La Cruz back to John. It's Agovida turning around before dribbling, and he scores.
Good spin move. Nakuha niya yung sa left shoulder niya yung katawan ng kalaban niya. There's nothing his opponent can do.
Agovida is now pressuring Gabo. Wow, Jerry Pingoy just having a great defensive game. Pingoy's asking for it. De La Cruz almost lost the ball. Now they go to Jerry, wide open, off to the right.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot by Pingoy.
On the other end, you can really see how the pressure on the guards is bothering Pangasinan.
Oh, hindi sila itong Pangasinan so far, hindi talaga sila makaset up ng gusto nilang opensa. And then, parang napipilitan na lang silang umatake. But a good turnaround shot by Bautista at that time.
We have our lucky fans of the game brought to you by Buenos. A steal by the Heat Waves. No look pass. Mabulak will finish. First 2 points for Michael Mabulak. 27-22. Keith Agovida. Driving. That's a strong side. Too strong. Rebound Apasible. Tapped away by Kaasi. Cross-court pass, Bautista, inside to Mabulak. Michael, mismatch. No good.
You have to give credit to the defense of Pingoy. You know, he's not yet scoring, but you know the defense that he's giving this Pangasinan squad is, it's painful to watch.
Might I say, this is the best that I've seen Jerry Pingoy in the MPBL, as this fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star. Win to the max, no look feed by Hesed Gabon to Michael Mabulak. Especially with Pingoy's defense in this game, it has been extraordinary. And I'd like to think that it's because of all of his hard work in the offseason, losing so much weight. To my memory, as I talked to him about it, but it was already a month ago, he had to lose close to 20 kilos, not pounds, 20 kilos in order to be at this state.
Wow.
And he's not yet done, by the way. Nakiwag passes to no one. Kaasi turned around. Not ready for that feed.
Amuyan yan.
Yeah. Well, this is the first season of JR Kaasi here in the MPBL. He was the star of University of Luzon, but then again, this is a different level. Alvin Alday. Two-man game with a Pasible. Balagtas, 6 on the shot clock. Marco to John, a Pasible. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Oh, almost a turnover. Casino recovers. 9 on the shot clock. JK against Bautista. No foul. Recovery again. And a Pasible will proceed to the stripe.
Grabe yung physicality, no? I like what I'm watching. And to be honest, this league is more physical than the other leagues.
Yeah, that is the reputation of the MPBL.
And if you're playing in the other leagues and you play here, it's a big adjustment. Diba?
But here's my question. Dahil na-establish na natin na number 1 ng MPBL sa physicality, what league is number 2, do you think? Because although you played in the PBA and the UAAP, I'm not sure if you'd be able to answer that in the context of including the other leagues like NCAA, of course. Do you have any idea? Ito na lang, compare UAAP and PBA. Physicality.
During my time, ha?
Yeah.
PBA pa rin.
PBA pa rin.
PBA pa rin. But I think now they're trying to make the games faster.
Okay, modern day.
Modern day.
It's Mabulak turning around and missing. Oh, nice rebound by Kaasi. That's what he brings for Pangasinan. Another offensive rebound, and that's a foul by Viloria.
Yeah, those are 3 attempts by Pangasinan. You can see the energy. You know, they want this game, pero hindi lang nila nako-convert into points. Itong yung kanilang gigil.
Now, do we have a challenge by Coach Ralph Rivera? The light is still not on. And there's Mayor Brian Celeste. Mayor Brian, happy birthday to you once again.
And he's here. Birthday niya, pero nandito siya.
Yeah.
Rather than, spending, time with the family. You see the dedication of this guy for this team.
Well, technically speaking, he is a player of Pangasinan. He's a part of the roster. He played once versus Marikina, and he scored 2 points to the delight of the Pangasinense. Now we have a challenge on the latest foul, the 3rd foul by Cranial Viloria.
The challenge made by Rizal is successful, resulting in a jump ball.
We've had 2 successful challenges so far in our last game for your MPBL Wednesday. And there you go, it was clean for Cranial Viloria. But the most important thing in that sequence is the fact that Viloria did not pick up his 3rd foul.
Yes.
Okay. Now here's the thing. And we have to clear it out again to everybody. If you challenge a foul and it's successful, then it means the play goes on. Whoever has possession after that foul, or as the foul happened, will get the ball. Apparently in that sequence, Milencio already attempted the shot. So it's Rizal with possession. And Balagtas just got fouled. Okay, now to continue clarifying about challenges. If it's not clear as to which team has possession of a challenge on a foul, then we follow the jump ball, the possession arrow. And a while ago, it was pointing Rizal's way. Now it's pointing Pangasinan's way. So that's what happened. John Gabriel getting the board on his first appearance. 29-22. Ian Milencio blitzed. Gabo against Alday. Pass inside. Good recovery by John Apasible.
Good recovery. Siya yung nag-blitz doon. Went to the middle. Recovered to the defense. Marco Balagtas. Finally scoring para dito sa Rizal.
31-22. Balagtas has 4 points in this game. And ever since the adjustment was made in terms of pressuring the guards, it's been very tough for Pangasinan, especially on the offensive end of the floor. On the other end, things have dominoed for Marco Balagtas and company. 2 minutes and 36 remaining before halftime. I did argue that Pangasinan might have gotten the toughest early schedule here in the MPBL. And so the next 3 games would be more manageable for them. Mindoro, Bacolod, and Quezon City, teams with losing records so far. And in that game versus QC on June 22, it will happen on their home floor. That's a big plus for them.
Yeah, so you have to take advantage of that schedule na hindi ganun kabigat yung makakalaban mo. And of course, you want to compile those wins.
Oh, almost a steal and a breakaway for Cranial Viloria. I did mention he's #1 in the league in terms of steals per game, averaging 3 per outing. I asked him kanina, anong difference ninyo ni Jexter Apinan in terms of getting steals? Because Jexter last year was #1. And he said, si Jexter kasi, he's more of really pressuring. Si Cranial naman, mahilig siya mag-anticipate. Tinitignan niya yung mga mata ng mga binabantayan niya. Assessed Gabo makes a jumper.
Kanya-kanyang style.
Oh, Gabo with a steal. Nice pass onto Ian Milencio.
4-point swing para dito sa Pangasinan. Cutting the lead down to 5.
And as you noticed, Wesley, things start with their guards.
Guards and of course the defense of Pangasinan now.
Tough shot by Viloria, no foul. Gabriel, almost an elbow to the face of Apasible. Good thing it didn't land. And here's Ian Milencio, needing a teammate. He goes to John. Ralph Robin, his 3-pointer is no good. Offensive rebound for Ian Milencio. 90 seconds before halftime. Milencio fires. Too strong. Counter. 2-on-2. Alday. He scores.
Bilis ng pace ng bawat koponan. it really starts from the defense, pressure defense of both teams. Kanina, it was Rizal taking advantage of that. Pero itong Pangasinan really deploying that pressure defense against Rizal.
To your point about pace, we've seen a total of 65 shots already attempted in this game. 12 free throws above that. Ralph Robin, turnaround three-pointer. What a play by Pangasinan. The lead is down to 4. The biggest was at 9 points. So at least Heat Waves are able to cut it into half. This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. And this could be the formula for Coach Jerson Cabiltes with their guards being pressured by Rizal. Might as well put 3 in it with Robin, Gabo, and Melencio working all together. We have a timeout. (33-29), 58 seconds remaining before the end of the second quarter. Ralph Robin just made a three-pointer. That was the first three-point make of Pangasinan in this game. After 8 tries, the pressure is on. Press break working for Rizal. And here's Craniel Viloria. Drive and feed. Balagtas. Short stab. There's the bounce.
Get that dish off. Dito kay Viloria. Balagtas already with the 7 points.
35-29. 17-second differential. Ralph Robin off of the switch. He goes left. Robin, the fade and the miss. Rebound impossible. No more shot clock. The Luka Doncic of Rizal working against Ian Melencio. Craniel Viloria is fouled. Ooh, some extra motion here.
Yeah, I think Gabriel initiated that.
Mukhang magbibigay ng warning si referee Jake Astroverde. It doesn't seem to be too drastic here.
But it's a good way to control the emotions of these players.
Billy Ray Robles just messaged me. He said he's watching with his wife habang nagpe-painting sila. Wow, okay. What an activity.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to
very
you.
cultured yung activity na. Nag-painting kami.
So now he's not just the Ilonggo Superman, he's the Ilonggo painter. As a foul is called on John Gabriel. That would be costly. Free throws will be given.
And Pangasinan is in that penalty already.
Alday, 2 free throws. A chance to reach double figures. He's up to 9 now. Sidney Crespo gave us that report at the start of the season that this is the resurrection era of Alwin Alday in terms of getting more minutes on the floor, which would translate onto his production statistically. The same would be argued to Craniel Viloria. But after all, last year they were part of a much deeper Bacoor City team. James Quecote and Jan Nermal, who are both in the PBA right now.
I'm glad to see that they're taking advantage of the opportunity that they're given. They're scoring well, they're playing well, and that's
they're winning.
Yeah.
2 seconds. Gabo, no good. And that's gonna do it for our first 20 minutes. These two teams were flat in terms of shooting the basketball. They were a combined 1 out of 12 in their first dozen shots combined. But now it's Rizal shooting better compared to Pangasinan. This halftime score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. Now we present to you our top 10 plays of the week.
Brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL.
What a shot!
The first and original online basketball ending.
Oh, what a shot in spite of struggling. Look at this one. Crossover between, stop on a dime, double clutch in midair, bottom.
It rattles that one in.
Manalang. Screen by Tyrone. Robbie onto Carlo. Lastimoso will drive. He loves that.
Ooh, wow!
JR Kaasi with a rejection.
Not just the basket, it's how you stop that attack. Look at here. Carlo drives. Oh, right there. JR Kaasi says, no, not this time.
Shot also from
Bonifacio.
Oh, Sleet, what a move! Ganado si Patrick Sleet.
Oo.
Check out this goal from Patrick Sleet. Spin, gather and the spin, and the finish right there, 2 points. And he's got 4 in the ballgame.
Tablak. Manzo ahead to Montero. Montero goes to the baseline. Reverse layup. He's good. Para kay Joshua Montero.
How about that shot? Too deep inside, but still able to put enough English to that finish. Akala mo wala na siyang pupuntahan dun eh, no?
Exactly.
Nagawan pa ng paraan.
I was very surprised that he went up for that reverse.
Dalawang matitinding defense.
Thomas Torres with the rebound. Rodel Gravera, watch out! Oh! Rodel Gravera!
Highlight!
The runway cleared, and he took off and finished with authority. Rodel Gravera.
Capena has a mismatch underneath. Yes, Torres. Highlight.
Yes, stuffs it home. Tiningnan pa yung depensa eh. Ano, cha-challenge ba to? But no way. Rodel Gravera. Stopper. That's Beichong. CBC. The ball on the deck.
Oh, man! That's done.
Greg Slaughter with a two-handed jam. Welcome to the MPBL, Greg Zilla. Jamming that one home with authority.
He had 2 big men on him, on Carl Brian Cruz, and really just left that entire side of the floor to Greg.
3-point lead for Quezon City. Watch out for the three-pointer para dito sa Batangas. MJ for 3. Yes! 5.5 seconds remaining. Are. Gustong bumawi. Paeng misses. And we are going to overtime. Are goes down on that pick, and MJ De La Virgen straight and through with that three-pointer to tie the game. That was a good 6 feet from the line.
Oo.
Sarao against Gabayni. Oh, what a move. What a move. What a move.
Has to be in the top 10. Excellent footwork by Sarao. We gotta see it not only once, but twice. This is just a masterpiece. Spin, fake, spin, up and under.
That's a buenas play of the game. JP Sarao.
Actually, may gumagawa rin yan sa side ng Bulacan eh. Kaya lang si Paulo Hubalde din.
And he turns it over here. Ubalde looks tired. Manliguez will sky and score!
Flex it over Manliguez. What a move!
We definitely do have to see that one more time. Between the legs at may oras pa para magtimpla ng kape sa ere. Daryl Manliguez. What a sequence coming from Valenzuela's starting point guard. Take a look at that again. 0-3 in motion.
8 here in the period. Sleep. Strip. Agawan sa bola. Rayson has it. Ahead to Gozum. Corteza. Baltasar! Justin Baltasar Convention Center.
Great setup there by Miggy Cortesa. Ang ganda ng pass back sa Del.
Here it is. You can hear the crowd roaring after this dunk by Justin Baltasar. The Giant Lanterns up by 4. 2:33 remaining in the third.
Our halftime score is 37-29 in favor of the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers, especially after winning the second quarter by 6 points, 17-11. We are coming to you live from the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig City. Wesley Gonzalez, our numbers.
Well, if you look at the field goals of both teams, halos parehas lang. Parehas lang din yung tinira nila, but difference of 3 in the midfield goals. But Rizal has been sharing the ball so far compared to Pangasinan with 11 assists. And then of course the second chance points because they're rebounding the ball better. And of course yung pagpasok ng kanilang bench players, hindi lang yung kanilang first 5, Jerry Pingoy, ang ganda ng pinakita. Even if he haven't scored yet, but he has been showing a lot of good plays. Kita Govida also adding 10 points to that bench points.
We had to highlight the second chance scoring and bench scoring even more because Rizal is supposedly second to the last in the league in terms of second chance scoring. So they're only 1 point away from meeting their average, and they're third to the last in bench scoring. They're well on pace to reach it. They have neutralized the bench of Hesed Gabo and the rest of Pangasinan. You're seeing the top scorers. So we have 2 starters leading the way, Ralph Robin and Hesed Gabo combining for 15 points. For Mayor Brian Celeste, Coach Jerson Cabiltes, and the rest of the Heat Waves. Happy birthday once again to Mayor Brian. But now we're looking at Alwin Alday, who's looking at himself at the LED screen. 10 points to lead the way for Rizal. Agubida has 9, Apasible has 7, and Balagtas has 6. That in itself is the ultimate statement that Rizal really relies on its starters when it comes to scoring. Siguro kung may manggagaling na lang sa bench na consistent, si Keith Agovida.
Yeah.
37-29, thank you for joining us. Hesed Gabo fires and misses. Offensive rebound for Michael Mabulak against John Apasible. Mabulak taking his time. Mabulak turns around and misses. Another rebound, another opportunity for the Heat Waves. And again, it's good defense by Jerry Pingoy.
Ed Dakiwag is very quiet in this ball game. Halos yung contribution niya, hindi pa natin manamdaman. But, if you're a Pangasinan fan, you would want to see him explode in this ball game. But you mentioned Jerry Pingoy on the other hand. Ang ganda talaga ng pinapakita niya, especially on the defense side.
To your point, you won't see it statistically, but his overall effect has been splendid for Rizal. This is Alwin Alday with the basketball. A 3-pointer short. Lakiwag on the recovery, he's on the run. There's a foul to stop the play, that's by Pingoy. Pingoy tried to apologize to Dakiwag, but Ed wasn't having any of it.
Exactly. I don't know. Parang ayoko nang sabihin eh. Parang napansin ko rin ata yun.
I wonder if, that just means business for Ed Dakiwag come the second half. You did mention he played well in the previous game, especially in the late game situation versus Parañaque. Off of the miss by Robin, we're back with Jerry Pingoy. Apasible to Craniel Viloria, bothered by his fouls in the first half. He misfired. Ball tapped out of bounds in favor of Pangasinan.
And you see the effort of Balagtas to get that ball, tapped it, going towards the direction of Apasible, hindi lang nila na kompleto.
37-29. We're back with Hesed Gabo. Jeff Avillanar, by the way, is making his first appearance in this game. And there's a foul off the ball. It seems like there's a lot happening with Jerry Pingoy in this game. But was it Alwin Alday who got tangled up with a Pangasinan player? No, it was Pingoy. Jerry's matched up with Hesed Gabo. Hesed, drive and feed. Mabulak leans in. That's his shot.
Mabulak already with the 4 points across his name. Very quiet dito sa ball game na to.
Although I'm sure if you're Coach Gerson Cabiltes, you'd want to see more from Michael Mabulak. And there's more from Marco Balagtas on the other end. 8 points for him. Full court pressure defense. Pingoy catching up with Dakiwag. Ed losing Jerry. There's the feed. Mabulak, 2 more points.
Mabulak is is an established player here in the MPBL, especially in the early years of this league. Diba?
That's right. In season 4, he was an all-star starter as one of the leading scorers of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Last year, he was bothered by injuries, and so there was a dip in his production. Although because they had a deep team, it wasn't too much of a problem. Now he has no choice but to perform very well with Pangasinan. Off of the miss, it's Viloria. Spinaroo in the basket.
Pero kanina pa nagkakagirian itong si Dakiwag and Pingoy.
Now it's wide open. That's too easy. And there seems to be a warning or maybe a foul on Mabulak. This fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star Win to the Max. Apparently it is a foul, as now you're seeing that Spinaroo and the 2 points for Viloria. All right, we're looking at Jerry Pingoy. He's bleeding. Oh, no, he's not bleeding, but there is one heck of a bruise by his eye. I wonder who hit him and how. Okay, so now there's a pushing foul. I wonder if we're gonna see a replay.
I would want to see a replay on what really happened between that instance.
So it's between Pingoy and Dakiwag.
Yeah.
Now there's a push, and man, physicality has been a theme in this quarter. I don't know what happened during halftime, but there seemed to have been a switch here in this third frame. I mean, we saw the energy in the first half, but this is just another level, West.
Yeah, this is another level, and this is the time that the referees, have to, control the emotions of both teams.
That black eye of Jerry Pingoy is really bad. For it to appear like that fast. All right, we have a coach's challenge. As there was a fall by Alvin Alday just a while ago. We'll take a short break.
challenge made by Pangasinan is unsuccessful. Offensive foul on Hesed Gabo.
So this would be the first unsuccessful challenge in this game. And that's it for Coach Gerson in terms of challenging the calls. It's a charge by Hesed Gabo. There's a takedown against Alvin Oday. They're claiming that he was holding on. Now Gabo tried to hold on to Casino. JK just pushed him away, and there's Alvin who misfires. Again, if you missed it, things have gone a lot more physical here in this third frame between Pangasinan and Rizal. Ralph Robin, hounded by Casino, and there's a foul.
I'm amazed with how physical the games are played here in the MPBL.
Imagine if this actually happened on the home floor of Pangasinan or in Rizal.
Yeah.
Mas lalo na.
Oo, grabe kasi kumbaga heightened yung mangyayari.
Off of the steal, Hesed Gabo all the way for two. He's in double figures. 41-38. The biggest lead in this game was 9. That's a steal. Back-to-back at that for Pangasinan. Forward pass, Mabulak all the way.
Good pass. Taking advantage of that turnover para dito sa Pangasinan.
8 points for Michael Mabulak. The lead is down to 1. Apasible, handoff. Alday now to Balagtas. Marco goes to Cranial against Ed Dakiwag. Viloria trying to escape. Tough shot, no basket. Offensive rebound. 3 on the shot clock. Casino has to fire. Step back 3. No good. Apparently, Casino did not get it off on time.
And it's very hard for them to see kasi nandito sa gilid yung ating shot clock.
So now the Heat Waves have a chance to regain the lead. It's been quite a while. Their largest lead was 4, but that was back in the opening frame, 14-10. High-low, takedown. Ooh, the foul is not on Mabulak. Apparently, it's by Apasible.
Sa posisyonan doon nagkaroon ng foul.
Apasible did not argue anymore. Mabulak is at the stripe.
A chance to take the lead back para dito sa Pangasinan, but Mabulak misses first free throw.
That's his first free throw in this game. And there's Jerry Pingoy. Wow, look at that lower side of his eye. Naiiwas niya sa camera natin. But it's really swollen. Mika did come across this just a while ago, and she said that it's going to be drained for a while. And it's questionable if he can return.
Grabbing swelling,
Oo. Di ba usually hindi naman mabilis mag-swell ng ganun?
Depends on the impact.
So malakas talaga.
Malakas talaga.
It's like, I don't want to describe it anymore. It's not an easy sight for us. All right, so, Villanor was trying to clear something up. What is happening here? We'll let the referees clear it out. Can you feel the energy, Wes?
Yes.
We're on neutral territory.
What more kung, di ba, kung naglaro ito in Pangasinan or in Inares Antipolo?
Yes.
This is much more interesting.
Let's listen to Richard Tampos.
Correction, the last foul was on Rizal, number 37, John Apasible, penalty.
Apasible was the one called for the foul. What's drastic is that's his 4th. He's now at the bench, and Avilanar will be shooting free throws. The first one is good for the former San Juan Knight. He just tied the game up at 41. A chance to get their first lead ever since the opening frame. Jeff Avilanar. 8 out of 10 free throw shooting now for Pangasinan. They have the advantage, and Coach Ralph Rivera calls for time. 42-41, under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hesed Gabo in the second half versus Parañaque scored 13 points en route to having 16 in total with 4 rebounds and 5 dimes. Great numbers again for him in tonight's outing. Again, he's not at 100%, but 10 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals. Very impressive for the point guard of the Pangasinan Heat Waves. Now let's turn you over to Mika Abesamis.
Hesed Gabo sees a lot of himself in Ralph Robin. We all know that Hesed is big on preparation, conditioning, and discipline. All of these things Robin is starting to mirror as well. They have gotten really close. They work out together. They do skill work together. Naisama pa nga daw siya ni Hesed sa isang binyag after a game as his +1. They also share the same room when they are out of town and travel in the same car going to Pangasinan. Now, could this possibly be the Batmobile of Batman and Ralph Robin? Migs Wesley.
Oh? Naipasok ni Mika yung Batman.
Galing talaga niya, Ate Migs, no? Believe talaga ako kay Ate Migs. I mean, that's what you get for, you know, having a 30-year experience in courtside reporting. And, you know, I'm just in awe on how good she is.
Okay, since we're at it, nung nag-start maging courtside si Mika, nasan ka na? PBA?
PBA.
Okay, akala ko UAP pa eh. Kita Gubida misfires. Rebound, Jeff Avilanar. But by the way, we cannot forget about what she reported about Ralph Robin. Because, yes, that mentorship has paid off for him in the MPBL as Mike Mabulak scores inside. Can you just imagine, if it weren't for his presence for Pangasinan, how difficult it would be for the guards of the Heat Waves to keep on going?
Malaking bagay itong si Hesed. He gives the energy, he gives, you know, the consistency, the leadership. So malaking bagay, and of course, you as a Ralph Robin learning from Gabo, malaking bagay yan.
Here's Jeff Avilanar onto Robin. The drive and the leaner, too strong, and there's a loose ball foul. That's against Jeff Avilanar. And by the way, speaking of battles inside, we might see a lot more of Chad Alonzo with Keith Agovida and or Marco Balagtas in this game because of the foul trouble of John Apacible.
Malaking dagok yun para dito sa Rizal. Because, you know, John Apacible is playing well and, you know, he's very physical. But of course, you know, that's what Chad Alonso can bring to this Rizal team as well.
7.7 rebounds and 4 fouls, by the way, for John Apacible. Hesed Gabo tried to go for the steal. The ball went out of bounds. We have a deadlock at 44. And now we present to you our lucky fan of the game, brought to you by Buenas off of that conversion by Alwin Alday. We have some Rizal supporters by the sideline. Jerry Pingoy, by the way, has returned. So that's good for them. And let's see if that will once again increase the physicality of the game. And there's a foul, a push by Mike Mabulak.
Good positioning by Keith Agovida at that time.
Shaq Taganas will return. Has it been a while that we have seen Shaq Laganas? Because it certainly feels like it. Yes, he has only played 5 minutes so far in this game. Alwin Alday, a good look, in and out. Ball tapped away in favor of Pangasinan. Three minutes and 15 in the third. Deadlock. Takiwag will bring it down. He's being chased by Jerry Pingoy. That has been the matchup. Those two have been very physical. Agovida staying with Hesed. Gabo trying to lose Keith. Double team and a foul. That's by Pingoy. Just saw the lower portion of the left eye of Jerry Pingoy. Namamaga po. But it's not as colorful now as compared to a while ago.
Pero ang gusto ko makita is how he's going to, bounce back from that injury. Is he going to?
Ooh! So that's what happened. It was Takiwag who tried to protect the ball with his elbow to the face of Jerry Pingoy.
Pinakilala lang ni Takiwag yung siko niya. Ng face to face.
I wonder if the referees caught that. What would the call be?
Could be an offensive foul.
Offensive lang.
Offensive. And it could be, a flagrant foul because it's above the neck.
I'm actually thinking, would it be an unspo? Or could it be an ejection foul? Yung tipong hindi na siya pwede maglaro in this game. But then again, we shall move on. And we might be exaggerating. The referees would know better. As Vince Tolentino crashes onto a Rizal defender. And he will shoot free throws. It has been a long third quarter with all the physicality.
A very long third quarter. Low scoring ball game so far.
It's Pingoy. Yeah, he had his hands up. But would you say that his body moved significantly?
I don't think he was in the right position to get that contact against Vince Tolentino.
First point for Vince Tolentino, and that gets Gian Alianes clapping at the sideline. For those of you who are wondering, sa mga gabi kung saan hindi po reporting for duty si Gian Alianes, siya po ay girlfriend to Vince Tolentino. That's his...
Yun yung full-time niya.
Oh, full-time niya yun. Agovida lost the ball. He was fouled. We got more free throws.
And both teams are in the penalty right now.
Can you imagine how loud or how intense it would be in the fourth quarter? First free throw is good for Keith Agovida. 56% from the stripe this season. He has been Mr. Fundamental here in the MPBL. Not the flashiest of players, but...
Yeah, very effective.
Yeah.
Very effective.
Minsan nga, yung mga moves niya, mukhang borderline violation As long as it's legal, Agovida will roll with it. 6 on the shot clock for Ian Melencio against Chad Alonso with a smile. Melencio, he will score.
He liked that mismatch. He just took it really well. Attacked Chad Alonso, got that 2 points.
49-46, turnover. Vince Tolentino on the move. He goes to Melencio. He stops and scores.
4 straight points para dito kay Melencio. And the lead extending now to 5 in favor of Pangasinan.
This is the biggest lead of the Heat Waves in this game. Remember, they trailed by as many as 9. Alonso, switch, Agovida against Taganas. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Good fake, but a better block by Ian Melencio. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
Good defense by Pangasinan. Ngayon naman, so far in this third quarter, they're scoring better, they're defending better. Yung rhythm biglang napunta dito sa Pangasinan as you see that attack by Melencio. And another two-pointer on that short jumper in that fast break.
Pangasinan with absolute momentum. Can they continue? A minute and 10 before the end of the third. Ralph Robin, yes sir!
The confidence, it's starting to build up para dito sa Pangasinan.
And so, that duo between Ralph Robin and Esed Gabo continues to pay off. He's in double figures. Agovida will fire. That's good.
Badly needed three-pointer para dito sa Rizal. Both teams are not shooting well from the outside, but itong Rizal, they needed to score, and then Kita Agovida just delivered for them.
To your point, these two teams are combined 8 out of 34 from downtown. Shaq Taganas is fouled in the interior. Chad Alonso called for the foul. Now Viloria returns to the game as you take a look at this three-pointer by the Robin of Pangasinan. And then the answer by Kita Govida. JR Shaq Taganas misfiring on his first gimme. There's Coach Gerson Cabiltes, the longtime head coach of Shaq Taganas ever since season 4 of the MPBL. 0 out of 2, and that's a lane violation. Josh Bautista returns for Ed Takiwag. It's 54-49. This should be the last possession for the third quarter. Charles De La Cruz. Good show by Taganas. Now we have Jeric Serrano for the first time in the game. Agovida drives, tough pass. Viloria, that's his range, yes!
Good find, good pass. Way to end the third quarter para dito. I mean, both teams just, stepping up defensively and offensively.
Pangasinan, I did mention, had absolute momentum, but we saw some answers here and there by the Rizal Golden Coolers, and so it is a one-possession game by the end of the third. Ian Melencio had so much pressure against him in the first half, but it seems like it's not the case here in the third quarter. Same goes for Ralph Robin and Hesed Gabo. On the other end, Craniel Viloria gave us that jumper as the last bucket for the third frame. It is 54-51 after 3. This third quarter score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fan of the game. Just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with a muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. I didn't see the name. Is it Robin?
Robin.
Okay.
So we know she's a Ralph Robin fan.
As to their relationship, we cannot define it anymore.
Yes, we cannot really confirm what their, personal relationship.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Oh, there you see our Commissioner Kenneth Durandez, Head of Security Rudy Distrito, and Head of Basketball Operations Emer Oreta, all at the sideline as Charles De La Cruz scores the first 2 points in this quarter. Thank you for joining us. This is Pix Gomez at your service alongside Wesley Gonzalez and Mika Besamis.
Wow, look at the the 25 points of Pangasinan versus the 14 points of Rizal. Kanina itong Rizal ang namamayagpag in that first half, but Pangasinan, just crawling, going back to what they can really do well, and they have the lead now, 54-53.
This game has been very tight and physical at the start, since the start. But the third quarter, as we mentioned, it was on a different level. So let's see if it would actually raise up onto another level again here in the fourth frame, with all the sense of urgency in the world for Ralph Robin and Pangasinan and the Rizal Golden Coolers.
Both badly needed wins for these two teams, diba? Itong Rizal is, on the upper half in that division, but of course you want to keep in step with the other teams who are on top of them. While ito namang Pangasinan, siyempre medyo nasa baba sila, gusto nilang pagandahin pa yung kanilang posisyon.
Pangasinan is at 3-7 and Rizal is at 6-4, but then again they've been 2-4 after their 4-0 start, talking about the Golden Coolers. 56-53. Coach Jerson Cabiltes continues to yell out his instructions. And here's Charles De La Cruz going left. De La Cruz, nice feed, good anticipation by Ralph Robin. Ian Melencio. Bautista onto Robin. Almost a steal by Viloria. 7 on the shot clock. Robin still at it. He goes left. Ralph. The shot and the miss. Rebound Serrano. Forward to Craniel. Viloria to Agovida. Keith will score.
Ang bilis ng balik nitong Rizal on that miss from Pangasinan. In care of Viloria, just passing that ball to Keith Agovida.
16 points for Keith Agovida. 4 dimes for Craniel Viloria, who's number 7 in the league in assists per game at 5.6. Ian Melencio against De La Cruz. 4 on the shot clock. Melencio in trouble. Tough shot. There's a foul. 2 free throws.
Bailout foul. Last, and it's 1 second left in that shot clock. And sakit nun for Rizal. You're defending 23 seconds and then all of a sudden, biglang pa-foul ka.
And that's why you saw the rightful reaction in the facial expression of Coach Ralph Rivera. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Ian Melencio making his first gimme, and we have the happy kids once again of the Heat Waves. Parang naging na sila, playmates. Nagsama-sama ang mga bata ng players ng Pangasinan, and maybe even the coaching staff as well. 58-55, a one-possession game in neutral territory. De La Cruz bounces onto Viloria. Craniel, jab step, the pull-up, and the make.
Good jab step, creating that space. A sweet jumper by Viloria.
Now, if you want to be called Luka Doncic, you have to be able to deliver in the fourth quarter. Let's see if that would be the mission of Viloria in this game. Bautista will fire. No good. Bautista got the ball back. Another recovery. Cross-court pass. Melencio. His three-pointer is short. Another offensive rebound, but Kaasi stepped out of bounds.
Good sequence para dito sa Pangasinan. They're getting that ball back, pero they're just not converting them.
And Dakiwag will return for Japs Bautista. 58-57. Almost 2.5 minutes gone by in the last quarter. Now it's Gabo putting in the pressure against De La Cruz, and that is a turnover forced by Michael Mabulak.
Good anticipation by Mabulak, running after that ball.
Turnover story, 15-14 in this game. The disparity is 1. Same goes for the score. Drive and kick. Ralph Robin He will pull up. Short again. Forward pass. De La Cruz. No numbers. Charles attacking. Oh, that's a charge. Sayang yun.
Sayang. I couldn't see it clearly from my angle. Yung tulak na yun, but it could have been a big counter for Rizal that time.
Dakiwag actually had his back onto De La Cruz, and there's the ward off, warranting the charge. So Pangasinan holds on to its advantage. Hesed Gabo against De La Cruz. Screen by Mamulak. Gabo stepping back, then on the shot clock. Hesed looks for a teammate, Ian Melencio. No good, in and out. Rebound Viloria. Craniel is also number 10 in the league in defensive rebounding at 5.8. There's another foul, but this time it's De La Cruz who picked it up from Hesed Gabo.
That would mean 2 free throws para dito kay De La Cruz.
Two free throws for Charles De La Cruz. It's 80% from the stripe for Rizal in this game. 75% for Pangasinan. The first one is good for Charles.
And this is a seesaw battle between Pangasinan and Rizal. And if you're a fan, this is the kind of game that you want to watch.
Second free throw. That's good. Continuing the seesaw. The pendulum anchors away, however you may want to put it. Dakiwag against Balagtas. This is a mismatch. Dakiwag, can he dance with Marco? Step back, three-pointer, bombs away.
Tough shot, good defense by Balagtas, but just better offense by Dakiwag.
He felt so confident in that possession as De La Cruz feeds to Serrano. Jeric turns around and there's a foul.
Medyo nang gigil naman si Dakiwag to get that ball. It was assessed, a foul, and that's third foul for Dakiwag.
This play of the game is brought to you by Buenas. Cold-blooded for Ed Dakiwag.
See the step back that separated him and Balagtas for that three-pointer.
Now there's a poor closeout by J.R. Kaasi, fouling Craniel Viloria. Although it's 2 free throws, not 3, given to Viloria. Yeah, 2. Craniel is at the stripe. The first one is good. By the way, I'll take this time to reach out and send our thoughts and prayers to everybody from Canlaon City, Negros Oriental. That's where Craniel is from. So sila po yung biktima ngayon ng pagputok ng bulkan sa Canlaon. So stay safe and let's hope for their fast recovery for those affected.
Prayers to the people of Canlaon or Negros Occidental. Oriental,
yeah.
Rather.
There's a foul off of the miss by Viloria. And so it is a 1-point game in favor of Pangasinan with 6 minutes and 11 to go. Here's Ed Dakiwag down the middle. Dakiwag could not score. Rebound Agovida. We're back with Viloria. His three-pointer is no good. Great effort by Serrano. Just not enough. And here's Hesed Gabo. No numbers. Gabo attacks and feeds. Almost a counter steal. Melencio to Dakiwag from the corner. 2 3-pointers in this quarter for Ed Dakiwag.
Very crucial 3-pointers. We were mentioning ang tahimik ng laro ni Ed Dakiwag in that first half, pero bigla tayong pinapakitaan dito sa fourth quarter.
That's 9 points for Ed Dakiwag. I did mention he was big time in the previous game as the best player for Pangasinan, having 16 to his name. Recovery for Rizal. Agavida scores 2 points. 18 in total for Keith. 64-62. Halfway done in the last quarter. Here's Ian Melencio against Charles De La Cruz. Switch. Melencio to Mabula. 8 on the shot clock. Dakiwag. Step back. 3-pointer. Short. Heat check.
Good defense by Viloria that time. Talagang kinover niya yung tira nito, si Dakiwag.
Serrano, short stab. Yes. Deadlock at 64. Gabo drives. He was pushed. Hesed went crashing onto our A board. Pushed by Charles De La Cruz. As we take a look at the replay, nice find by Agovida onto Jeric Serrano. Not contested by Mabula. Alvin Alday now has returned alongside John Apasible. So they join Cranial Viloria, Charles De La Cruz, who will now be replaced by Jerry Pingoy and Keith Agovida. On the other end, Vince Tolentino is back in alongside Ralph Robin, and they join Hesed Gabo, Ed Dakiwag, and Michael Mabula. First free throw is good for Hesed Gabo. He's up to 12 points with 6 assists and 3 steals to his name. 65-64. 1 out of 2 for Hesed. 4 minutes and 20. Viloria working with Agovida. Back to Cranial. Drive and kick. John Apasible. 10 on the shot clock. Agovida. No good. Great effort by Apasible. But possession is now with Pangasinan. Dakiwag escaping Pingoy. 2 more points for Ed Dakiwag.
Ed Dakiwag very crucial, very calm in that fast break.
11 points for Ed Dakiwag. That's after being scoreless in the first half. That's a foul.
That's a hard foul by Mabulak against Viloria.
Let's see that replay. Nice forward pass, one-handed at that by Gabo onto Dakiwag, who really had to make sure that he was gonna escape the defense of Jerry Pingoy. Again, those two have been going at it all night long. Dakiwag is the reason why Pingoy has a black eye.
Parang ngayon nakabuelo si Ed Dakiwag in this fourth quarter or in this second half, especially in the fourth quarter. Pero hindi ang bantay niya nun, hindi si Pingoy.
Yeah.
So parang dun siya nagkaroon ng kumpiyansa. Now it's a tough task for Pingoy to stop itong si Ed Dakiwag.
Here's the second free throw for Cranial Viloria. Free throw story, 12 out of 15, 80% for Rizal. Make it 75% off of that miss. 67-65, a one-possession game here in Pasig City. Tolentino, handoff to Hesed. Gabo versus Pingoy. They go to Dakiwag. Screen by Taganas, double teamed. There's the help, onto the corner. Ralph Robin, 2 on the shot clock. They go to Hesed for 3. Oh! What a shot by Hesed Gabo!
Grabe yung tira na yun. And just when you think that they're going to turn the ball over, Hesed Gabo took that shot.
And the answer by Alvin Alday. What a game. The back and forth continues. We're in neutral territory, but it sure feels like an MPBL main event. Ralph Robin, no good. Rebound Agovida, and a golden opportunity for the Golden Coolers. That's a foul by Dakiwag.
Good recognition by Pingoy na nakabuelo itong si Alday.
Here's that one-legged three-pointer by Hesed Gabo off the glass and in for him. And he was answered back by Alwin Alday. You mentioned, Wesley, these two teams have so much hunger in getting a victory tonight. Rizal trying to prove that they belong at the top of the MPBL after that 4-0 start. While Pangasinan, well, we did mention they've had a tough schedule. They would want back-to-back victories with teams with winning records. Off of his first miss, Alwin Alday has another try. He's 1 out of 2 from the stripe.
Still a long time for these guys to decide who wins this ball game.
2 minutes and 34. Michael Mabulak is back. Full court pressure. Gabo escapes. This is a 2-on-1. Hesed feeds. Mabulak will score.
Medyo na-late yung help ni Pingoy, but it was there. It was there. Pero no, he was a step late.
Mabulak, by the way, has 12 points and 10 rebounds in this game, while Hesed Gabo has 15 points and 8 assists. Alwin Alday, the feed to Aposible. 5 on the shot clock. Agobida misfires. Forward pass, Ed Dakiwag, breakaway! Oh! A sorry miss by Ed Dakiwag. These last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending. GameX, 2-on-1. Robin, Mabulak is fouled. 2 free throws.
A sorry miss by Dakiwag at that time, but he was able to recover the defense side. Nakuha nila ulit. Now, Michael Mabulak has 2 free throws.
Here's the sorry miss by Ed Dakiwag. I wasn't sure if he wanted to dunk that ball or just lay it up. But on the succeeding play, that wasn't even the best of deliveries by Ralph Robin, but it was enough to get the ball to Michael Mabulak. First free throw is good.
All important free throws now happening in the last 2 minutes of this ball game.
On the birthday of Mayor Brian Celeste, Pangasinan has come back from 9 points down in this game. They're up by 4. Make it 5. 74-69. 1 minute and 45 to go. Craniel Viloria onto Jerry Pingoy. Back to Viloria. Against Hesed Gabo. 10 on the shot clock. Aposible on the roll. Aposible will score.
He knew he could take Vince Tolentino in that block, and he did.
Gabo on the other end loses the ball. That's a turnover, and it's a 1-possession game.
Medyo nanggigil si Gabo at that possession na wala sa kanya yung bola.
There's that beautiful play by Rizal. John Aposible. Remember, he's had to be careful because he has 4 fouls already in this game. A clean play there against Vince Tolentino. Rizal is down by 3. Pingoy goes to Viloria. Screen by Aposible. Craniel. There's the roller again. Aposible. Alday for the tie. No good. Ball tap. Oh, that's a foul.
That would mean 2 free throws para dito kay Viloria. You know, a minute and 2 seconds left. Very exciting ball game.
How about the effort by John Aposible, forcing the scramble? That's why Robin had to run for the ball and tap it. But then he crashed onto Craniel Viloria, who will be tested at the stripe. Robin not too happy with that previous sequence. Viloria, by the way, is 2 out of 4 from the line. 8, 4, and 5 as his numbers. In and out.
So he's 2 of 5.
Coach Ralph Rivera looks ahead. Here's the second gimme. That's good. 74-72, a minute and 2 seconds remaining. And Coach Gerson Cabiltes calls for time. All right. We've seen this a lot of times in the season alone for the MPBL. Some close games here and there.
And
now we'll listen in.
And Robin goes straight. And you go here. Half court. You're gonna go half. You're gonna go half. Okay. You go down screen. Receive Gabo. First option. That's option, okay? Now, after that, mabulak, you go right here on the other side. Palitan mo lang agad. Then you roll down. You pin down Vince for Robin. Okay. Here. Let's go. Okay? Let's go. Let's go.
Well, these players have been very familiar with Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Of course, we have the usual ones from Nueva Ecija, Vince Tolentino, Michael Mabulak, and Hesed Gabo. Ralph Robin comes from the EAC program of Coach Gerson Cabiltes. So that's a lot of chemistry as well for them. It's just Ed Dakiwag who's the newcomer for Coach Gerson and his system. Sideline inbound for Vince Tolentino. Pangasinan is up by 2. A minute and 2 seconds to go. They have 14 on the shot clock. Here's their first option. Gabo. Now they go to Dakiwag against Jerry Pingoy, the matchup of the night. That is almost a steal. 2 on the shot clock. Dakiwag, no good. Up ahead, it's a breakaway for Alwin Alday.
Ang bilis ng recover ng offense that time for Rizal, tying this ball game.
19 points for Alwin Alday. 74 all, Gabo, Mabulak, back to Hesed. Now he's against Apasible, 3-pointer, no good. Battle for the rebound, it ends up with Rizal. Agubida has to go up. He's good to go. 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jerry Pingoy. 8 on the shot clock. Screen. Pingoy. The pull-up and the make. Jerry Pingoy with the biggest shot of the night.
Tibay ng batang to. I mean, he hasn't scored the whole game, but now he just gave Rizal a 2-point lead with 5 seconds left.
Jerry Pingoy was the absolute star in his high school days with the Far Eastern University Baby Tamaraws. As you take a look at that layup by Alwin Alday, Pingoy struggled a bit here and there in college. Same goes here in the MPBL, but with all of his hard work in the offseason, losing over 20 kilos to get into great shape. Here he is after playing great defense all night long. Even with a black eye, he's able to convert with that big-time jumper. 76-74.
Let's go. Now, Jeff! Supposed to be. Take the lead. Go, Jeff, go. Now we're going in. Down screen. Hey, Jeff. Ikaw. Pick up of Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
That is the last timeout of Coach Gerson Cabiltes in this game. They're down by 2 with 5 seconds to go. Rizal has 2 timeouts on the other end. Both teams are in the penalty. And Coach Gerson will have to rely on Vince Tolentino. Or is it still Vince? It's actually Jeff Abilianar now, working with Michael Mabulak, Ralph Robin, Ed Dakiwag, and Hesed Gabo. Sideline inbound. Hesed Gabo, 4 seconds. He lost his balance. And there's the fight for the loose ball. And the very scrappy Rizal Golden Cooler survive here in Pasig City. What a win.
Could have gone either way, but Rizal just, very persistent in getting that win, and they did.
Let's see that last defensive sequence. Great defense by Charles De La Cruz, and the help by John Apacible and Craniel Viloria.
Yeah, it was that defense from De La Cruz that made it hard for Gabo. And then Viloria just helping out in Apacible, securing this win for Rizal.
Defense was such a key, especially for the guards of Rizal, as they did their best to neutralize Ian Melencio, Hesed Gabo, and Ralph Robin in the first half. It wasn't too easy come the second half, but at least things went their way in the last minute. They win it by 2 points. Jerry Pingoy with a dagger to win it for Rizal. But our best player of the game, brought to you by Buenas, is this guy, Mr. Fundamentals and Mr. Consistent, Keith Agovida.
Yeah, very consistent, even if they were down 5 points in the last part of the ball game. Keith Agovida's just there, keeping in step against the Pangasinan team.
This final score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. What a game in neutral territory. Rizal getting the victory, and now Keith Agovida is with Mika Abesamis.
Maraming salamat. Our Buenas player of this game ay walang iba kung hindi si Keith Agovida. Keith, na pag-usapan natin kanina na kailangan mo ang maging very consistent sa fourth quarter dahil nga itong Pangasinan ay hindi natin alam kung ano mga kaya nilang gawin, at yun nga ang nangyari. Pero credit din sa teammates mo kagaya ni Pingoy na talagang binigay ang katawan niya para sa larong ito.
Siguro, unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord. Binigay niya sa amin yung panalo. Sa team effort, saka sinunod namin yung game plan ni Coach, kaya siguro nakuha namin yung panalo.
Kita pag-usapan mo si Coach Ralph, anong nagugustuhan mo sa sistema niya?
Siguro kay Coach Ralph, nagugustuhan ko lang yung parang binibigyan kanya ng kumpiyansa eh. Tapos sabi niya sa amin, tumira lang ng tumira pag good, sabi niya sa amin na double effort lang pag pinasok, laging ready. Yun lang.
Okay, meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan, Keith?
Binabati ko yung wife ko na nanonood dito, saka yung dalawa kong anak nasa bahay, si Kyrie saka si Clay, yung family ko sa Pasig saka sa Masbate, saka kay Boss Sander, saka sa buong Rizal, sa anak ni Alday. Yun lang.
Maraming salamat once again. Our Buenas player of this game is Keith Agovida. Migs Wesley.
Thank you, Mika. What a game for Keith Agovida as the Golden Coolers get back to the winning column. That's their 7th victory of the season, and Pangasinan will go down to 3-8. Tomorrow, the action will come to you live from the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna for Manila versus QC, Negros versus Pampanga, and that's going to be a nice main event. Binyan Tatakgel taking on the South Cotabato Warriors. What a game it was for us between Rizal and Pangasinan. Again, a big shout out to the guy who laid it all on the ground. He sacrificed his body for Rizal. That is Jerry Pingoy with a dagger for this ball game as well. Thank you for joining us for Mika Abesamis and Wesley Gonzalez. My name is Mix Gomez at ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.